This is Fitness Blender's 10-minute inner thigh workout. For this workout routine, we're going to be going through 45 seconds of 10 different exercises. All you're going to need for this routine is an optional physio ball and exercise mat. Let's go ahead and get started with the first one, the inner thigh W's. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Starting on that right side, you're going to put all of your weight into your right elbow and forearm and into that left foot. Now slowly lift those hips up off the ground to whatever height is comfortable, just as long as they're not touching. And then nice and slow with that right leg, you're going to bring it straight up next to your left, then bring it forward just a few inches, bring it up nice and high, and then forward a few inches again, bring it up nice and high, then drop it back, making a nice W shape with that heel. Just a nice slow fluid motion, trying to get a nice tight squeeze at the top of each one of those points of that W, and just going through that motion forward and back. Have about 5 seconds left. And let it relax. Alright, we're going to switch sides, do the same thing on the other side, so flop over to that left side this time. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Bring those hips up, then nice and slow, moving that left leg this time in that W pattern. Nice and close out of the leg for the first one, getting up nice and high, then bring it forward a few inches, straight up nice and high, then bring it forward a few more inches, nice and high. You want to try to get that W motion to span as much range of motion as possible. So from straight down in line with your body, from in line with your torso, all the way up to as close to 90 degrees off of your torso as possible. Just keep that motion going nice and slow under control. Nice tight squeeze at the top. We're almost done. Just about 5 seconds left. And let it relax. Alright, next one is a ski squat with an inner thigh lift. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Now start in that regular ski squat, going straight down with those feet really nice and close together. Then as you come up from that squat, lift one leg off the ground, tilting that heel up and out to the side, getting it up as high as you possibly can. Then nice and slow right back down to that ski squat. And then as you come back up, lift the opposite leg. You want to shift that weight back and forth every single repetition. And as you lift that leg up off the ground, you want to try to rotate that thigh as much as possible out to the side, so that actual shin comes up to parallel to the ground, or as close to parallel to the ground as you can rotate that leg. That's what's going to activate that inner thigh. Just keep it going, almost done. Just about 5 seconds left. And go ahead and let it relax. Alright, next one is a scissor kicks. So go ahead and lay down flat on your back for this one. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Those legs come straight up over top of those hips. And then you're going to start kicking those legs back and forth, crossing over top of each other each time. Just make sure that you're actually alternating which foot is on top every single time. Now be really careful not to really kick your legs. You don't want to go really quickly and out of control. You want to always have a nice controlled motion going back and forth, even though this is a quick motion. Now concentrate on keeping those abs sucked in nice and tight, pressing that lower back down to the mat as best you can. Make sure you don't put those hands underneath that lower back or that butt. You want to actually have those out to the side. Otherwise it takes a lot of that effort away from those abdominal muscles. So just keep those legs going. Nice controlled motion back and forth. We're almost done. About 5 seconds left. And let it relax. Alright, moving on to the next one. This is the inner thigh squeeze. You're going to use a physio ball or a wrapped over towel for this one. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Place that physio ball or a wrapped over towel or even something like a can of beans or something like that between your knees. You're just going to squeeze on it really nice and tight. It doesn't need to be something that actually gives like this physio ball. You just need something you can grip onto and really, really squeeze with those inner thighs. It's a really nice basic motion. If you want a little bit more calorie burn out of it, keep those abs really, really nice and tight, sucking that belly button in, pressing that lower back to the ground, flexing those quadriceps just to get a little bit more of a calorie burn out of it. The main thing is just contracting those inner thighs, squeezing those knees together nice and tight. We're almost done. Just about 5 seconds left. And let it relax. Alright, moving to the next one. This is the squat jack, so go ahead and stand up. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Now you want to drop down into a half or quarter squat, and then nice and quick, jump those feet in and out, barely tapping those toes to the ground before you're jumping right back in again. So try to keep those legs moving as quickly as possible, trying to keep as low as possible the entire time. As those legs start to get tired, you're going to want to start coming up higher and higher and higher, but try to keep your hips really nice and low. The lower you stay, the more those legs have to work, the more toning you're going to get out of those quadriceps, those glutes, and those inner thighs. Just keep that motion going. We're almost done. Just about 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. And let it relax. Very good. Next one is a plank rotation kick. So down on the floor for this one in a push-up position. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. So come up to a full push-up position. You're going to tuck one knee underneath you and kick that leg out to the side, trying to keep those shoulders pretty much level across, rotating those hips as much as you possibly can. Working that inner thigh to try to keep that leg as high as possible as you kick out to the side. Rotating those hips, working those obliques and abdominal muscles at the same time. Just keep that motion going, really focusing on trying to keep that leg as high as possible as you kick out to the side. We're almost done. About 5 seconds left. And let it relax. Next one is the inside leg lift. So we're down on the mat for this one, on your left side. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Lifting that leg up really nice and high. You want to hover it just a few inches off the ground, then squeeze it up nice and tight, getting a nice tight squeeze to that inner thigh each time. Now you can prop yourself up on your elbow like we're doing here, or if it's more comfortable, you can lay out completely flat on your side, propping your head up with your hand, or laying your arm out completely straight and laying your head down on that arm. Just whatever is most comfortable. The main thing you want to focus on, though, is lifting that leg up really nice and high, keeping that foot as straight across, parallel to the ground as you possibly can. Try not to rotate that toe up or rotate that toe down. Just getting a nice tight squeeze, all on that inner thigh. We're almost done. Got about 5 seconds left. And let it relax. Alright, go ahead and switch sides over to that right side. We're going to do the same exercise again. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Again, lifting that right leg this time, really nice and high, squeezing it up. Try and get that heel up as high as you possibly can. Really focusing on trying to get a nice tight squeeze on that inner thigh each time. Remember, focus on trying to keep that foot completely flat across, trying to let that toe point up towards the ceiling or down towards the floor. The main thing you want to focus on is just trying to get as much range of motion out as you can. So foot all the way down to the ground, barely touch or just about an inch off, and then bring that foot up as high as you possibly can each time. We're almost done, just a few more repetitions. Got about 5 seconds left. And let it relax. Alright, moving on to this last one. This is the single leg lateral hops. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Starting on that right leg, you're going to hop back and forth. You can either put a piece of tape on the ground or some kind of object that you're jumping back and forth across just as a marker, or you can just imagine a spot that you're jumping over. Just try to keep it as even as possible. Nice quick motion, jumping left to right as far as you can control. Now you might want to start with a really small motion, jumping left to right, just to see how that knee's going to handle it. And then as that knee gets stronger, or as you know that that knee's going to be okay, start trying to jump wider and wider, trying to challenge that inner thigh and that outer thigh even more. Almost done, about 5 seconds left. And let it relax. We're going to go ahead and switch sides, do the same thing on the opposite leg. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Remember, trying to jump left to right as far as you can. Try to keep it as even as possible as far as distance goes left to right. As with the other leg, you might want to start with a slightly smaller hop left to right and then start trying to build it up more and more as that knee becomes stronger and stronger. Also, make sure you try to make it the same distance on your left leg as it is on your right leg. So don't do a longer jump with one leg than you can on the other. You want to always try to keep them as close as possible. Now just keep that motion going. You want to keep it under control. Nice, quick, fluid motion. We're almost done. You have about 5 seconds left. And let it relax. You just finished Fitness Blender's 10-minute inner thigh workout.